Give.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In a sohbet by Shaykh Abdul Kerim Kibrisi, he said that it is okay to eat fish often but not meats. Are there any specific types of fish that are sunnah? There are some fish that are not good for health because of their high levels of things which are not good for you.
Don't eat dolphin. Okay? There are crazy people out there, they eat dolphin. Dolphin is a beloved creature of Allah. Dolphin is the fish of Yunus alayhi salam, that when he came out from the mouth of the fish, they help him to bring him to safety. They're highly intelligent animals, but people are eating dolphin. People are eating whale. They have no other things to eat. They say it's tradition. If it's bad tradition, put it aside. Who says because it's tradition is good? The Jahiliyyah times, the Arabs who are Jahil, and there's so many Arabs that time that are Jahil, and so many Arabs this time that they're Jahil also. They say it is a tradition for us to bury our children alive. So we're going to say because it's tradition we should keep it? No. Every culture has Islam in it. Every culture has faith in it. Whether it's African or Chinese or European or Indonesian, it has Islam in it. But every culture, it also has things in it which is not Islam, not Islamic. And usually when cultures, they accept Islam as a whole people, majority they accept, then Islam acts as a filter. It purifies, it filters, then the best things they keep, things that are no good, it's put aside. But certain cultures that are not accepting Islam completely, there may still be certain practices that is not liked by Allah and His Prophet. I know the Japanese, they eat dolphins. Of course, not all Japanese. When I say Japanese, some of them. They say they eat once a year, they bring dolphins to a cove and they kill them. The water is red everywhere and they eat the meat. By the way, whatever Allah has forbidden, it is bad for us. And the dolphin, it has a very high level of mercury. Not only high, it's toxic. If you eat it, you get sick. You will die. It's the reason why Allah is forbidding it. But now, there are certain Japanese people, maybe they embrace Islam, correct? Good, mashallah. Definitely, once a person embraces Islam, he will go to higher stations. But now, that Japanese person, if we say, well, you shouldn't eat dolphin, he cannot be stubborn and say, no, I have to eat it because it is my culture. This is the problem. Because people think Islam is a religion. Islam is not just a religion, it is a lifestyle. It is a civilization. It is a culture. It is not just a religion. You cannot say, I have Islam, but I have my own culture. Your culture has to be Islam. But that doesn't mean now, as some square-head Wahhabi kind, they say Islamic culture is only Arab culture. No. There are Muslims from Africa, Muslims from Eastern Europe, Muslims from the Middle East, Muslims from China, Muslims from India, Muslims from Southeast Asia. They are all different cultures, they are all Muslims, but they are not the same. So, if something that is in our culture, it is no good, we should leave it. Don't be too attached. Who is going to decide? You are not going to decide. In these days, it's very difficult to decide. Because in the past, it's very easy. Awliya Allah, they decide. The righteous scholars, they decide. The Khalifahs and the Sultans, they decide. These days, the bottom feeders, they decide. Fitna makers, they decide. Facebook people, they decide. Media, they decide. So the bottom people, they are deciding. Complete chaos now that's happening. So, what kinds of fish is it sunnah to eat? Well, fish that is healthy for you, eat. Fish that is not healthy for you, don't eat. Fish that is clean for you, eat. Fish that is not clean for you, don't eat. I know certain kinds of fish, they raise in farms and they're feeding waste, human waste and animal waste. They put it there and the fish eats, isn't it? And people are eating a lot of it. We don't like that kind of fish. If you want to eat it, it's your choice. I'm not going to stop you. If you're going to say, well, everything that comes from the sea is halal, Prophet ﷺ is saying, says, of course it is. But there are certain things that are, in these days especially, it is not good for you. We have the reactor in Japan. It blew up, right? Fukushima? It blew up, isn't it? In Japan. And that radiation is reaching all the way to the west coast, isn't it? But if people still say, because Prophet says everything comes from the sea, it is clean and it is halal, if you still want to eat fish coming from the reactor site of Fukushima, go ahead. You're not using intelligence. If you're going to eat fish that are farmed in areas where there is no control, they're putting a lot of chemicals in there, giving them human waste and everything, if you still want to eat it, go ahead and eat it. It's not too good. But I know I'm watching Shaykh Effendi. What he's eating, that we eat. Simple things that we're eating here. Fish, what you eat. You want to eat sardines, eat. Hamsi, eat. You want to eat mackerel, it's good. Make sure you know where it is coming from. It's clean, eat. Inshallah, the whole purpose of doing this is so that it gives us energy to be able to worship, to give us energy for our bodies so that we can worship, not to make us to become more sick. May Allah give you more strength, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.